Welcome everybody. This is Crash Desktop. I've been fighting my technology for a little while here, but I think I finally got it working. It's always an adventure. So, yeah, played yesterday. Clearly, we've got it figured out as far as launching rockets again. I still got it. Let's mess with planes. Okay, good. That's on. Had to reinstall several mods that weren't working right. We'll see how they do. They might cause us problems. Oh, this is a cool thing too. This is one of the versions of the mod that actually adds city lights. Obviously, there aren't cities, but from orbit, it looks rad as all get out. So it's one of those kind of things. So, planes. My controller's on. We'll use a controller for them. I didn't feel like plugging in all my stuff today. Let's see what we can do. So the spaceplane hangar works a little bit differently. You start in the mirror cinemetry mode instead of radial, which means that stuff mirrors to the sides. Obviously, you want that when you're making planes. So there are some stock planes we could mess with, but not all of them are very exciting. I'm inclined to just make our own darn plane and be done with it. So let's do that. Let's make a experimental little hot rod of some sort. Could do the Mark 1 cockpit, or we could do the inline cockpit. It really doesn't matter too much. Do the Mark 1 cockpit. That's fun. It's a nice looking cockpit now. That's way better than it used to be. So we're just gonna make like a simple little airplane here. Well, heck, I'll tell you what. Simplest we could do. We do that guy. And then where is our aerodynamics? Adjustable. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, okay. You can actually like close it. That's cool. Thanks, man. Very nice. I saw it. Thank you. Very cool. So we're gonna make an absolutely like just bare bones simple airplane here. There is a... Oh yes, your new one. Can do. Well, there you go. I took the old one off too. So, yeah, simple airplane. This one, I don't even know if this one will go very fast. We're just getting to it. We want just liquid fuel, and I gotta remember which ones those are. Here we go. Well, you're not gonna work. There, that's a little more like it. These don't even need to really be very big, because honestly, like, there's not much to these. Probably gonna do like that and an engine at the back. Not a ramjet, not an afterburner. Actually, the afterburner might be the one we want. This is like your basic. Basic. It does have good thrust though. A Goliath turbofan. And the ramjet, that's more for like extreme performance, high-end stuff. I think that's a mod actually that gave me that. I can't remember though. You know what? Most planes that you do with that one end up boring, so we'll do this. Why not? Let's give it like a delta wing. Greetings. Real simple stuff here. This is one where you actually do want to look at your center of mass, center of thrust, center of lift. Needs to be somewhere between those two. That should do. And we do need control surfaces. And a vertical stabilizer of some sort. We can do a winglet for that, but that's less sophisticated. You can also do this one. Oh, wait, that one's tiny. That would make a good vertical stabilizer if I put it in the right darn spot. Alright, bare bones, little delta wing. Was it that, or was it the bigger one? These are kind of funny the way they work. I think there was even a way to get these to work as flaps, but I can't remember for sure. Let's see. No. I think that was a mod I had that let you do that. Could be wrong, though. That one's kind of big. Auto strut. Aha! There you go. That's cool. It does allow you to do flaps. I just don't remember how to set that up properly. Because you can take away the active controls and just have it be a flap thing. Let me see. I think it's a action group. Like if we do one. Oh no. Oh no. Let's click on this. Let's see. Yada, 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 yada. That may not function as flaps. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look that up actually. Okay. Very cool. Yep, that is what you're supposed to do. It's a very simple, primitive way of doing flaps, and that's all they have. I had a mod one time that lets you like set up sophisticated stuff with that, but that's fine. You can actually set them to be flaps or spoilers, depending on the direction you have them deploy, which is really cool. If you want to, it won't get picked up by the stream the way I have it set up right now, though. It would take me a little bit to fix that. That's a thing I set up one time. So we'll do that. We'll have these be flaps, and we will have these be ailerons. This already has a built-in thing. Boom, boom, boom. Custom one can be our flaps. Toggle deploy. Very cool. That's, other than gear, about all there is to it. Hello. How's it going? Oh, I can. I don't know if it would have much effect on anything. Let me see. It isn't. Oh, I'm in the wrong mode here. Yeah. I'm in the application. Let me see. There you go. So, we're gonna offset this. We're gonna make it low. And then we have to, I guess, bring it in a bit here. There we go. Very cool. Now we just need gear. Where's my landing gear? Oh, this is gonna get interesting. I'll rotate that around. Why is this? There we go. That should be a sufficient nose wheel, I think. One trick you can do with this is you can actually click on a thing and you can rotate it so that your nose wheel ends up slightly higher than your tail wheels. But it really doesn't mean too much. Just so you don't end up being a tail dragger. And it like touched down maybe slightly less. Put these like back here. That ought to be sufficient. So here we go. We got bare bones. Very bare bones. I'm gonna turn steering off on these. I don't want mechanical steering. It's tricky to get them stable. The trick is, well, and we'll see how well this works, is typically you want to make sure, I believe the rule of thumb is to keep your center of mass in front of your center of lift. And obviously, I think somebody told me one time the ideal is actually keep your center of lift like equidistant from the two for max stability, but since this is like a little fighter jet style thing, that doesn't really matter. Fighter jets can be very unstable and still work fine. We want to start this stuff out. That looks good. We'll start with our flaps deployed. That should work. And then I'm going to put on an air brake just because. I don't think it's going to be necessary, but this can get wild. Where is that darn thing? Man, I thought it was around here somewhere. Those aren't air brakes. There it is. They're kind of huge. I'll leave those out. This thing probably won't need it. We'll just see. So here we go. Yep, basic airplane. Ought to be able to do some things. Let's see what its actual stats are. 1.14 thrust to weight ratio, which is more than most real planes. Most of them have a less than 1 thrust to weight ratio. At least from the research I've done, because they don't need it. They have lift. In Kerbal, I've never had good experience with trying to make a plane that had less than a 1 thrust to weight ratio. So we'll see how that goes. And this thing has 65,000 delta V. Because aircraft engines have absurd delta V. Obviously, it doesn't mean too much to us. The burn time is more what's important. That's our endurance right there. We got 1 hour of fuel. Not too bad, considering how fast this will probably go. Let's fire it up. I'll put a Kerbal in it. Okay, Jeb's in there. Good. He's probably gonna die. Yes, we're gonna sacrifice Jeb. It's nighttime. I don't want it to be nighttime. There should be a quick way to time warp it to daytime, but it might be out in the center. Let me pop out to the thing here real quick. There's like a warp to next morning button, I think. But that might have been a mod. There's so many things on here I don't really recall. Yep, or next morning. Yeah, it uses like somewhat reasonable speed. And if we just click the runway, we can basically go to what's on there already, I think. Or not. There it is. The plane's actually there. This thing should have pretty decent performance. Or it'll flip wildly around and crash. It's one or the other, really. And then I have... Where is it? I gotta find it. I gotta remember which one it is. These are all stock things. This is all mods. What are you? That's Planet Shine. That's a thing. No. Flight Engineer. Turn that off. We don't need that. Apparently Trajectories works. Here it is. Do I not have the actual... So I have a mod that makes this a digital fly-by-wire system. So it's in standard fly-by-wire right now. And you can do like a master switch, and you can actually do autopilot modes. And then you got like all this stuff here. So it's right now it's just set in moderation. I could even set it in like coordinated turns, so it'll do coordinated turns for me, speed control, all kinds of things. It's very cool. For the moment, we're gonna leave those off. We'll play around with them. I found the digital fly. I don't remember. That's not the right button at all. What was my button for speeding up? I know. Oh, 1 second. I know why. Darn it. We need to go to the actual options. I'm using a Steam controller, and it is set clearly not to be... oh, wait a minute. Let's put our brakes on. We'll recover that. It's not set up to fly, it's set up to control the camera. That's stupid. It's very stupid. We're gonna change that. I think I have to actually back out to the main menu to do that, which is very stupid. It's gonna be very loud music. No, or not. I picked the nicer one. Where's my settings? Why are you not letting me into that? Oh, there it is. So, controllers. Oh, it picked up my 6-degree freedom. It's not picking up my Steam controller. That's kind of weird. Well, we may end up just doing it with the mouse and keyboard. It's helpful, but yeah, it does typically work. There is one way to do this. I can look at what it actually thinks it is. Controller. Why would that be the way it does it? That's incredibly stupid. Incredibly. The one problem it gives you is you can't coordinate your flight, and that actually does matter when you're going that fast, because otherwise you can get severely uncoordinated, severely. Menu controls, flight controls. Interesting. So we'll see if it sees it or not. Come on, thing. I don't know why it was being like that. Something was going on there. It may be that it's not detecting it. Let's see. We're going to launch this thing again. Good old untitled spacecraft, man. That's the plane for me. Okay, good. It's now controlling things, although maybe not the way I would like. But that's okay. I actually do like this. But, whoa. Calm down, thing. There seem to be some problems. Oh, well, yep. Awesome. Some technical difficulties. Okay, okay. Good times, good times. So, the Steam controller is out. That is not going to work. Because it's not giving us any fine control, so I'll have to tweak that later, and I don't feel like it right now. So, I'm going to go to the master switch, put it in standard fly-by-wire, and wow, they have a lot of cool things. That's just, wait a minute. Okay. It's stupid. Oh, here's another good thing. So these are turned on for yaw, and you don't want that. Whereas these are this is turned on for roll. You don't want any of that. You want it just in yaw mode. And that should be all you need. So now it still does it for some reason. I don't know why. It's very weird. Pitch and roll. There we go. Much better. Oh, it's because the default controls for that suck. That's why. I'm going to have it do standard fly-by-wire, moderation, and coordinated turn modes turned on. And we'll just see how we do with the mouse and keyboard. This should be much more effective or horrible again. I'm not sure which. Hold some upward pitch. Maybe. You're not getting the air. Yeah, that didn't go well either. It's okay, it's fine. We'll recover that. All right, so we really we do need real flight controls. It's very important to activate silly mode. Oh, and a crash to desktop. There we go. That's what we want. I deliver. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna fire this back up. And I'm going to fix these controls. Let's see. While we wait. I just, for the life of me, don't have any idea why that would be. Yeah, that didn't go very well. Like, who was like, hey, you know what flight controls are like? Is when you turn the stick to the left and the right, you get yaw. That's what that's like. It's pretty stupid. It went very boom. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Now you start doing... I'll fix these later. You start doing... This is my problem with this, though. So, This is just all bad. All of this is bad. Yeah, I set that up. That's my crash screen. Here we go. I had an old config for this. We'll see if it works better. Sure, taking sweet time. Okay, so I have to fix this real quick. Otherwise, this is not going to work. You probably can't see what I'm doing, but it's a Steam thing. I'm setting up this controller to be an actual controller. Choice to move. That'll work. Okay. Let's go to our settings. Input. All right, we're gonna do it this way. It is really not cooperating when I try to use the Steam controller, so Xbox it is. Oh my god. Input. There we go. Accept. And so we don't need that. Roll. Accept. Yeah. Okay, cool. It sees those both as one axis. So we need to set a few things. Throttle up will be that. Throttle down will be that. See how fast and not good that is. I'm not sure. Everything else should be fine. I think that's enough. So let's get back into this. This game's always an adventure. Nope. We had all right, let's look at this plane in the space plane hangar. There's something going on here. I'm thinking the flaps are the problem. They're not really flaps, is what I'm thinking. Okay. All right, I think that was my problem there. This really doesn't function. So, we're going to fix that. We should be able to get in the air. They just don't do flaps in this game. Not by default. I'll find a mod for it. We're going to make sure we got our things set up again the correct way. All right, those don't do yaw. Those don't do pitch or roll. Life is good. Saved. Launch. Let's do this. Again, we don't need... Put it in moderation mode. Excellent. That's way better. Unfortunately, it's not... It's responding to that, but nothing else. So I'm just going to set that aside. And we'll stick with this. Hopefully it works. All right. Getting some speed, getting some speed. Come on. Get airborne. That's more like it. It flies good. All right, let's gain some altitude. Oh, it handles well, too. Actually is, let's see. Let's go up. I mean, we're a freaking jet, so. What is our vertical speed right now? Oh boy. That is hard, really hard climbing. Wow. I don't know what that was. Maintain speed. Looks like 20 degrees is pretty solid for this plane. You have to start pitching down a bit as you get higher up. What's our current? We should be able to see our thrust. It's getting low. All right, let's level off and see how we do. Okay, yeah, good. Everything's working great. Got to pitch up a smidge to maintain level flight. So we might be a smidge too high. Because we're not maintaining altitude. So let's dip back down. Actually, let's stay level and we'll dip back down. Do like a descending turn. Whoa. I forgot to put it in the small inputs. With this thing set up the way it is, it doesn't seem like it really likes being in a high atmosphere. It's a low altitude kind of thing. That's cool. Yeah, it has like a cruise flight controller. Let's see what that does. Can we actually activate that? Like, that sounds great. Sweet. Look at that. It's actually autopiloting it. It's like giving it speed to get it higher. That's awesome. I believe there is a trim control as well in the game, but I don't remember. Yeah. Oh, we're in that. Okay. Cruise flight enabled. What are you doing? Oh, that's cool. Oh, you can set waypoints too? That's really neat. All right, we're turning all this off for the moment. Putting it back into that and closing that. Okay. So at about 4 clicks up, it seems to be doing okay. And it looks like it's topping out around here. So that's, what is that? We can add Mach to this. In surface mode, that is, I believe. These are important ones. Mach number. So we're not, we're subsonic. We're darn close to it, but we're not quite there. But that's because we're climbing right now, so we might be able to get it there. Let's see. Let's level it out. Yep. Okay. It can get supersonic, just barely. Very cool. Let's throttle down. I'm going to head back over there and see if we can land this silly thing. Nope. Chase cam, please. Thank you. I don't know what the stall speed on this thing is, but we'll see. It's actually very hilly over in this area. All right, so this seems reasonable. But I don't know how well it's going to go. Oh, bouncy, way too high. I seem to be having some problems too. I think it's stalling. It was like stalling and just continuing to fly like it didn't care. Don't stall, don't stall, don't stall. Thank you. All right, so our stall speed seems to be down there around like 120. Because that was a stall. Pull up, pull up. It's just letting you know. It's actually like really hard to land. I should probably land from the other direction. Just because you don't have these dumb hills in the way. But landing in this game is very difficult because it's like freaking jet planes and stuff. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, that's not going to go well. Come on. Boink. I think this thing is like... oh, God. Okay. So I don't still have it with the jet planes in this game. It's okay. It's fine. He'll be fine. It's all good. It's all good. Let's revert to launch. So decent, not good handling characteristics for landing. Its stall speed seemed to be too high for it to actually land very easily. This is what it seemed to be. Or just in some kind of coordinated fashion. I don't really know for sure. Gotcha. Let's see if we can make something a little quicker. Or like high altitude. Something with a little more lift to it. So, what do we got? New plane. Okay. Give it some fuel. Where's my fuel? Liquid fuel. Actually, I wonder, can I do something like really spiffy? Let's try. I have some ideas. Where's my structurals? Or aerodynamic parts? No. Structural. It should be like adapter parts I can use, but I don't know where they all got to. So that's just a structural fuselage. So nothing special. It's just an empty cavity. Where is that darn thing? I don't think there is a small conical section. Oh, there is. Let's do like that. And then I'm thinking like something really wacky here. Got it. So we do, like a structural component. Oh, I know. Do they have a tilted nose cone for this? They do. It's almost tilted too much, but we'll try it. Okay. Ideas. You gotta give me what I want here thing. All right, we can work with that. Put you level. Let's put you... it's not going to work because it wants to put it at a tilt, and then it... There is a way to change that rotational thing to like a global rotation. I don't remember how to do it off the top of my head. So we can do my initial idea. We'll just put a cap back here. And then we'll do these wings. But we'll attach them to this. And we're going to do like some part shifting. Okay, bring you back. Bring you in. Yes, yes, maybe. Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to say. What else do I have to work with? I need to do like that, like build it out. Or a small delta, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll do one of the square pieces. I think that's maybe the right size. Wouldn't be that. Actually. Planes can get really weird really quick when you start building them out. All right, so we got that. We got... We'll sling like some air intakes under there and then some fuel. Or we'll sling some fuel under there and then some air intakes. Where's my fuel tanks? Come on. There you are. Okay. How weird. We're really going to do this like this. There we go. Okay. There's that. Put one of these on each one. Very cool. Very cool. Maybe bring the whole thing forward a smidge. Do we want it to like stick out? I think we do. Where's our current center of lift? So that's going to be important because we're going to need to like drag that around to accommodate things. We probably want this further back, which means we need to bring the center of lift back, I think. Let's put the engines on it and see how much they weigh. Okay. Yeah, that seems good. We could probably even bring that further forward, couldn't we? But let's see what happens. So we're going to need more wing. Ideally, what I'm thinking is another 2 of those. And then like some stick out. Trying to think of like a couple of different fighter jets is what I'm picturing in my head. Okay. I got ideas. I almost feel like these need to be closer together, but then they don't do what they're supposed to do. How's that look? That's not bad. It may be blocked. It's hard to say. So we'll do 2 more of these. Yeah, I got this. Okay. Is there anything like smaller than that? Maybe like a structural wing component. Something like that, maybe. Not that long, though. Nope. Let's look at what we have by mass. So we'll go down to the smaller mass things. Or, no, those would be bigger mass. Just designed to make spacecraft look cool. Oh, apparently I got helicopter blades. That's cool. That must be in a mod. So that seems very big for what it is. But that's kind of what I want. I just don't know if there'll be some. Kerbal can get really weird about saying something's blocked when you do stuff like that. So then the trick here would be we do small deltas. Yeah. And then we'd also have normal deltas for the mains. Or delta deluxe? No, not big enough. What do we got? Where are you at? Normal delta wing. Delta wing. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how good that looks. Look how almost good that looks. There we go. I'm almost inclined to bring this whole assembly further forward. Just to get it to look better. But I'm concerned that that's going to block that in some fashion. What if we did this instead? What? Oh, that's right, because these are, yeah. Okay. Let's take this whole thing off. Where's my aerodynamics for that cone? That's not it. That's not it. That would work. Come on, thing. Nope. Would that be better? No, I actually like that less. I just think it needs to be like that, or even like higher up on the plane, maybe. Perhaps. That could work. My concern stands, though. We do like that. Yeah. It's kind of dumb, but maybe. What happens is these drain. Okay, good. Control surfaces. I think those will be enough. And then we do a pair of small deltas. We can attach it to that. Put it in that mode. Put it like that. Very cool. This may be horrible. We'll see. Where is... This one. There we go. That's pretty good. They're kind of going to be weird and interfere with each other a bit. There we go. It's a little better. All right. So we set these for just roll. Just pitch. And just yaw. That's not bad. It's not terrible. I don't know if it should be above or below. I'm concerned that with it being above the center of mass, it's going to like have a tendency to lift it or push the nose down maybe. But I don't think there's any way around that. So we'll just try it. All right, this is the new untitled spacecraft. Now it just needs a landing gear. Ground. Put a nose wheel on it. Come on. There we go. We might need bigger ones for this. Yeah, probably. I'm thinking like right there. Only, you know, further back. It's about as far as it's going to go, I think. Yeah. That looks great. Let's try it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. I had a thing open. It is 27 inches. And the game crashed. Cool. Well, that's problematic. Let's try this one more time. Let's see. Okay. Come on, thing, load. Greetings. Try this one more time. I thought I added it. Should be. Pretty sure. You see. Nope. Nope. Huh. Why is it not doing that? Yeah, let me just do that because it's not gonna let me do it otherwise. Oop. Picking up my own talking. Boom. And add. There you go. So, let's try that again. My concern is there's something I've loaded mod-wise that's making this unstable. It's probably graphical. I might need to back that off. But these things happen. Don't crash. Don't crash. Ooh, did it crash? It didn't crash. Okay. All right. I got a good feeling about this. I really think that it's going to go well, and that everything will definitely not become horrible. But we'll see. Wow, that was a little bit better. That was just a smidge better. That was, dude, that was like a short take. That was a freaking F-35. What is this garbage? Look at this thing go. What the hell? This is amazing. Look at, I'm 20 degrees up. I'm still gaining speed. What's my climb attitude? That's my climb attitude. Yeah, we're doing a little bit better now. Look at this thing. Vertical speed is 220 meters a second. All right, so we're hitting the higher altitudes where we're going to start losing power if we don't pitch down. So you can do like a really hard climb up to cruise altitude. And then you got to start pitching down as you get up here. Still going strong though. I'm gonna level us off. Come on. There we go. So we are supersonic cruise at about 10 kilometers. Let's put it in the cruise one. Interesting. So this will literally just hold cruise if I wanted to. We're gonna go back to this one though. Let's do some turns up here. Well, you know what? Let's see how it maxes out. Oh, that was what that was. Okay. What's our current heading here? 90 degrees. We're still gaining speed slowly. We are up to Mach 1.13 and we're cruising at 10 kilometers. We got altitude to spare also. Like we could start climbing more. Let's do this. We'll set a nice, reasonable selection here. Okay. It's going to level us out at 12 kilometers and we'll see how we do on horizontal flight. That would be... doing good. I don't know that we can hold this altitude, though, is the thing. I'd say 10 kilometers is probably where this thing is comfy at. Not bad, though. Okay, so we can still maintain speed. I want to, like, play around with this thing a bit. Woo, okay. Standard fly-by-wire. Let's wing over at like ultra speed and high altitude. What could go wrong? That was actually pretty rad. Cruise flight director. All right, see you in a bit. This thing handles nice. What's our current horizontal speed? We are going 312, 313. Let's see what we can do with this. We're going to head back to the Space Center and try to land this thing. All right, so now the goal is going to be to make something that can get really high and really fast. Very nice. This is more like it. So in the lower atmosphere, we can get this thing cooking. All right, let's take this thing down. There's another landing thing right there. There's actually several of them now. They added a whole bunch. So yeah, it's amazing when you actually design the plane properly how much better it becomes. All right, we're gonna start beginning an approach here. Oh, it does not like that. Okay. Let's see how this thing does going slow. So, in theory, if I can line this thing up properly, I can land it with just the autopilot, but I'm going to try to land it manual-like. Cool. I tried to do a head motion there. That was funny. Okay, we're going to try to land. Come on. Look at that. Whoa. Tokyo drifted to a stop. There we go. Very cool. So that flew well. That flew really well. That's how you plane. My Gatorade. I want my Gatorade. I had to do like a sport drink commercial here on stream. This is not a sport drink commercial, by the way. That was just Gatorade, and I wanted it. So there you go. That's a little more like it. Airplanes. It's like when you build them like real ones are built, suddenly they work well. So let's riff off this. This plane is good, but not enough. If we want something that can fly high altitude, high speed, we need something way better. So, but we can riff off of this design work. One of these will probably still do the trick, but we'll see. So this pulls in. The way that this all works is weird too. It's very strange. We'll have to see. Like they don't work right. Not the way you would think. So let's start a fresh one. Because I don't think the afterburner engines are going to do the trick. I don't even know. Can you activate the afterburner on them? What can you do here? How weird. Actions. If I click on that, what do I get? Toggle gimbals, yada, yada, yada. Huh. It says it has an afterburner, but it doesn't. Okay. Maybe it's just like a built-in thing, really. Either way, that's not a big deal. But regardless, these things aren't really going to do what we need. Like, here we go. Maximum of Mach 2.5. So in theory, at Mach 2.5, it hits max thrust. I don't think that thing's going to necessarily get us to Mach 2.5, though. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe if we got up to altitude, it would. These things tend to do better. So if we look at this bad boy, max thrust at Mach 3.7, that's a little more like what we want. And it leads into space planes. But where's Untitled Spacecraft? I'm actually going to save this thing. We'll call this the X01. There we go. Boom. Let's make a supersonic variant, shall we? That could be fun, right? How do we go about doing so, though? Well, that is the real question. What can we affect on this thing? So therein lies our problem. When you hit Mach 2 on this thing, you start to run out. This gives us an idea of what we can accomplish. So 20 kilometers. We're not doing very good at 20 kilometers. You darn well better be up at like Mach 2 at that point. Whiplash Turbo Ramjet. What does this one accomplish? Mach 3. So you need that much air coming in. What does that thing accomplish? So let's try this with different engines. So if we get up to 20 kilometers, suddenly you start to get performance. Look at this madness. Right around Mach 3. Looks like it would do 20 kilometers easily. Remember in Kerbal, the thrust to weight ratio can end up lower than 1 and it'll actually won't be able to fly even though it has a lift because it's silly. But that's not bad. This might be able to go further at Mach. I've also run into problems before with parts exploding though at a certain point. All right, so these take in. We need to make sure we're getting enough air. Where's my Kerbal engineer? Nope. What else can we do here? Let's see. Doesn't look like much. What are our... There's a way to see this. No. Okay. So we need to make sure we have enough intake air. And it doesn't make any sense and it's very silly. So... we might even be able to accomplish this with a different design. Like just a straight through single engine. Might be able to do the same thing. We'll have to see. Max thrust. Mach 3. So it needs 5.303 a second max. What's our air intakes doing? It doesn't really tell you. It's a problem. So we'll have to see. These may not be able to intake enough air. Let's try something for... yep, blah, blah, blah. That's funny. There's another one in here. These, the shock cone intakes. And a big thing to note is like intake area. Which, they're about the same actually. Small circular. Supersonic intake. Okay. That one's cool because it contains fuel as well. That's a neat part. Let's do... I don't think the shock cones are actually any better than the other one, to tell you the truth. It's like a smidge. Slightly more. We'll try it. Little modification. What would that get us? Let's say we get it up to 20 kilometers. Not as good. Actually, it's still performing. Might get a little more out of it. Might not. Let's try it. Don't crash. Don't you do it. Okay. Autopilot. It's not really an auto, it's just a fly-by-wire. Put it in that and coordinated turns. Look at that. All right, let's do our initial climb aggressive. Woo! Okay, it's a little better. Slow down, slow down. Oh my God. I might have gone overboard. Yep. All right, so we hit flame out on this one at 27. Look at that. That's not bad at all. You could get this into space if you had Rapier engines on it. What's our apoapse is 45. Oh yeah, this could get to space with rockets to switch over to. Not shabby. I don't know if it'd be able to come back from space. We'd need a bit of different design for that, but it could certainly go there. So we need to revert the flight to launch and control this a little better because it's crazy. So let's get it in the air. I don't have the reaction time to control this, which, okay, SR-71s were basically computer controlled at a point too, because they're just too aggressive. You need something to fly it. So at least that's what I've heard. We'll keep that. We will keep the cruise director. We're going to set it to 20 kilometers. And then we'll see what has to be done speed-wise. I don't know. No. That one's loud. Wow. All right, you get to Mach 3. Okay, you don't get to Mach 3. Wow, this is a great plane. That's looking better. We're cruising at Mach 2.7. Let's get a little higher. .8 isn't causing heating. A little bit of heating. That's fine. It's going to struggle to really climb faster than that. We could climb faster than this, but we would lose speed. Looking good, though. What's our current vertical speed? This is just a smidge too fast. Come on. So we know we flame out at like 27 clicks. We can't do that. Keep going. Mach 3. With a little more air intake, we could probably get this thing higher. We're just a bit too low. All right, let's let it back off to 2.7. I think we're about where we can be. So it looks like we're really comfortable at 23 clicks going Mach 3. You'll notice that we're not maintaining our altitude anymore. Let's give it some gas. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, we're increasing to Mach 3.2. Getting a little too much atmospheric heating, though. I am pretty awful at them. I'm not gonna lie. Luckily, this isn't a spaceplane yet. Although I think it might lead to one because this design seems pretty good. Like it's working for me. I just don't know about something like this re-entering the atmosphere. I don't think that's going to work out for me. Okay, we're gaining. We're gaining. All right, so I think we've flight proven this thing. I'm going to revert it back to this place plane hangar. So I would say that thing is comfy at about Mach 2.5 to Mach 3 at about 20 clicks. That's a good plane. We can go further and faster if we want. And this thing actually, when I did I don't know if you were here for it, but I just did like a straight me telling it to climb, just a boost up. And it got to like 45 kilometers apoaps. So this thing could probably get into space with rockets, I think. So that's the trick. We need a better plane. But then it starts getting complicated. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, it works really well. So if we had the Rapier engines on it, I think I could probably get it into space with liquid fuel available, but we're going to have to see. I don't think this thing's going to land well. Why don't we switch? I'll do new. Could switch over to the Mark II. That tends to work well. Mark II's usually good. What's the heat resistance on these things anyway? Let me see. I don't even think you can see it. No, you can't see it. Okay. Yeah, let's work on that. So I'm gonna pull up a handy dandy document I have over here real quick. But you know what? Screw it. Let's roll with it. Let's make it an experimental one of that. All right, let's load the X2. What can we do to make you a rocket plane? That's true. I've tried to do stuff like that before. This thing in its default configuration actually lands really nice. Like really good. I just don't think these are going to do well. We'll see. Let's see what we can do. So we got these. These are liquid fuel. How much liquid fuel? Probably more than we need. Okay, I got an idea. Take those off. Take those off. Do the small. We'll give these the rocket fuel. And we'll put the liquid fuel up front. All right, what does that give us? Okay. We'll give it rapiers since they can switch to rocket mode. Are they a lot heavier? 2 tons versus slightly heavier. That's not bad. What mode are they in? This could work. Ooh, that might help actually. Some drag chutes. That couldn't hurt. Let's do this. So we're gonna need to do this. This will be weird. Fuel tank. Mark 0. I think one of these, but with like half the fuel, ought to do us. And then we throw an aerodynamic on there. Ooh, that would actually be... Wait a minute. That's a sweet idea. I want to say that I have a parachute thing that'll let me do drag... like actual drag chutes. Where was it? Where? Yeah, the real chute parachutes. We could set that up. Because it might be necessary to slow the darn thing down. Well, you know what? Let's just see. I'm going to go with it for now. I'm going to see if I can actually fly it. The trick will be slowing it down. Boom. There. Okay. Bring that in. There we go. Looking great. Okay. We need air intake. Either or of these should work. Which one's lighter? That one's lighter. Is that really lighter? I feel like this can't be as good as I think it is. Let's see what kind of results we get here. They always run out at about 27. Ooh, this will get a little higher. About 30 before it runs out. I've actually done that before, and that is a good idea. Thank you for reminding me of that. I'm going to throw that on there just in case. This might be able to go to space. It might not. Let's see what our centers of stuff look like. That's pretty good. Does this have reaction wheels? It does. I don't know how good they are. Pods. Kind of torque. It might be okay. Let's try it. I'm just going to go for it. See if it works. And I think I'll bring that back slightly, about there. Yeah, cool. We'll call this the X03. Save it, launch it. We'll see how that goes. That may not go well. My goal would be to get it into space and then like deorbit it, but just come down and fly. Maybe. Master switch. Fly-by-wire. Oh, it's Jeb. It's all Jeb. It's always Jeb. Are these set to auto switch? I think they are. We'll try it. Here. Okay. He usually is. He doesn't mind one bit. All right, we need to bring this back a bit. We're being a little too aggressive here. It's fine. It's all fine. Wow. There we go. All right. Can we do it? Nope. There we go. That's about right. Okay. 610 meters per second of delta V, and we have just a smidge over that. This thing can get to space. I don't really need FMRS on right now. All right, we got a minute or so coast. Just going to go prograde so we're not screwing up our aerodynamics. Cool. Oh, me and Jeb have been through some stuff, man. Let me tell you. Nice. All right. Assuming attitude for the burn. We're looking great. We're looking really, really good. Wow, that looks pretty. This mod is so nice. Oh my gosh. "15 seconds to the burn." Now, one problem that I see arising is that I didn't give this any way to generate power, so that'll be a problem. Luckily, we can just coast. Good enough. That's true. Okay. I'm going to turn off SAS. I'm going to give it a burst of time warp to stabilize. We just made a space plane. Excellent. We might be able to just deorbit it and come about. Actually. We have, what do we have remaining? 235, that's more than enough to get us back. I'm always bad at this part, so we're going to have to experiment. So what we want is we want our atmospheric interface to probably be somewhere like here. We're gonna do a trick. I'm gonna do some trickery. Let's bring that around. We should probably have our periaps way out in front, because I think you typically end up put it on the other continent, because we can get back from there if we have to. All right. So I'm going to do a descent burn right about there, and we'll see if that's enough to get us back from space. I don't know if it will be or not. Like I said, I'm going to F5 just in case this goes horribly, terribly wrong. And we're going to throttle these back a bit. Because these are like horrendously overpowered. Like, wow. Okay. Why are they not linked? That's better. All right. Let's fast forward to the burn. We should just kind of tumble more or less into orientation. I'm going to wait till we're about 20 seconds from the burn and then orient. Look how nice the limb looks over there. Ooh, that's good. Ten seconds. He looks like he's freaking out or having a good time. I'm not sure which. Perfect. Something is still orienting me. All right, let's see if that's going to be enough. I don't think it will. I think we're going to run out of power, but we'll try. You can always fire up the engines a smidge to generate thrust. I'm going to set it to automatic switching. All right. Let's go to like here. Okay. Gonna have to hope for the best with that. Keep an eye on our orientation. I'm gonna go to service mode. Next time I'll remember to put power generation on it. Probably stick like a power cell on it. Call it a day. We should start slowing down soon. Doesn't want to let me go any quicker. Let's put this into service mode, perhaps? That looks cool. Come on. All right, we're starting to hit some atmosphere. I'm gonna need to like toggle torque potentially. This is spectacular. Hey, here we go. We got some heating occurring. Come on. Get down there. That's the desert stuff. I didn't know they had an airfield at the desert site. That's cool. Come on. There's the heat. Streaming currently. Okay. Sorry, I had to respond to somebody. Okay, we've got control authority now. I'm gonna turn the fly-by-wire autopilot back on. So the space shuttle did these like S rolls. They did like super high bank. A super rocket. What do we define as a super rocket? Oh, I can do that. That's doable. All right, let's do some space shuttle stuff here. We're getting hot. I don't know if this thing's going to survive. I've been known to make crazy rockets before. All right, we're definitely suborbital. Thank you. Ooh, this thing's getting hot. I don't know how that's going to go. Let's level out. Cockpits are really durable, but it's getting hot. I don't know. Fair enough. Fair enough. This thing is not slowing down. Yeah. All right. So space planes are hard. We tried though. We'll work on that. I think the other cockpits are better for that. So we'll keep working on that. I could also do like some shenanigans of like SpaceX-y stuff where you just do like some weird rocket and then you like rotate it sideways and shenanigans. But we're going to put this thing back at the spaceplane hangar. It did good. So you want a large, crazy rocket. That's what you want. That can be done. That used to be how we did it all the time. All right then. All right. Oh no. Yeah, no, that didn't go very well. Let's do this. Oh, that's interesting. All right, max temp. I just want to see this real quick. Yep, see, there are other cockpits with much higher temperature tolerances, and it would be this one that would be the best spaceplane one for sure. Probably would have been okay, but let's make a crazy rocket. So we want just a bunch of engines. I can do that. Let's do a pod. I mean, you can get pretty crazy in this. What do we need? We need... Not that. Parachutes. Sounds kind of good. Double shoot. That's cool too. Thermals 2.5. Trying to remember if they actually gave us something that is big enough to accommodate that 3.5 class thing. They never did. I don't know why they have that. It's just weird. Strange. Unless there are variants. There are not. Okay. So we got that. We got that. Let's do a separator. Too big. Too big. That'll do. Okay. Let's take this thing up a bit. I think I can do something real cool for that. Let's see. Where's the fuel tank this size? There it is. I'm gonna do that. Old school, orange. That's how I roll. I feel like we need to stick something large on top of this, but that's okay. We'll work on it. Where is engines? Not that. No. There's totally one. I believe it's a fuel tank with engines on it. I don't know where it went to. It's one of my favorites. I don't see it right now. That makes me sad. Sort by mass. There it is. Yeah, I'll switch that back to that. All right. Kerbal. Turn atmospheric off. So this thing could already get to space. No problem, but we want a bunch of engines. Let's do like a whole array of boosters, perhaps. Welcome back. Actually, I got a better idea. Wait a minute, which one of these is big? You do like a Soyuz-y kind of thing. That could be fun. Those are usually pretty exciting. How does that work? Okay, it has its own little decoupler. That's cool. Let's do this. So it's got its own decoupler. We'll make like a little upper stage. There we go. Put an engine on the back of that bad boy. Where's that thing? Excellent, excellent, excellent. No, I did not. I'm making a thing for it to launch. Actually, is what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so we got that. Oh yeah, no, I got ideas. Yeah, you've given me ideas. Can we make this look cool? That's cool. I like that. It's working for me. The heck do you stick a parachute on this crazy contraption? I guess right there. Let's do electrical. We'll give it a solar panel. I got too many types of solar panels. Jeez. Where's the normal solar panels? What does this do? I can live with that. Command and control. Inline stabilizer. Very cool. Does this thing have a battery? It does. May or may not do it any good, so I'm going to put batteries on it too. Neat. Okay. That's fun. So we got a little spaceship. Where is its center mass? Let's give it monopropellant. Actually, do it this way. Cool. All right. And a parachute. I don't remember what the right parachute for these is, honestly. That seems like a bit much. Double-sided. I think it's that one. It says it's a drogue. How big are you? Yeah. We'll go with that. Okay. So there we go. We have a payload to launch into orbit. Very exciting stuff. Now we need coupling equipment. And we'll do an air shell. Make it two sides. We'll make a clamshell. Neat. Okay. Now let's build a rocket. Where's my skinny fuel tanks? Those are skinny. That's interesting. Put that away real quick. Where's the bigger one? I'm gonna do two-sided clamshell. So it just looks better. All right. Fuel tanks. Too big. This will look really cool. What are you? That's the swivel. That's too little. That did rhyme, actually. That was kind of fun. The skiff's good. Yes. Fix our stage. Okay. So stage 1 doesn't have anywhere near the thrust it needs, so we're going to take that. What are you doing, you crazy contraption? We may need more than this. I don't think those generate the thrust we're looking for. How much do they generate? Yada, yada, yada. That's not terrible. Wonder why it's so low. Liquid fuel and oxidizer, liquid fuel and oxidizer. Interesting. All right. What would happen if we went up to a larger vehicle or a larger engine of some sort? That's a little bit more. I want more. That would do it. Yeah, we might need to go big. See, that's more than what I wanted. That'd do. All right, so this is already more fuel than we could ever possibly need to get to orbit, but we want a whole bunch of stuff. So let's do a whole bunch of stuff. Why not? We'll just fuel it appropriately. How about you? Yeah, that could work. All right. Well, this thing is intensely good. What the heck? Okay. Now we take that. And we take this. We need a decoupler. Radial. So we wanted a whole bunch, right? Wanted 4 to 8. What about 6? 6 ought to fit. It's a little tight though. They might run into each other. That's workable. Sure gives the thrust. Also, it's like a whole giant array of engines, which is very fun. Problem is, it's like not quite sitting where I need it to. Do that. Here, let's do this. We're gonna start with that so we can move the darn things, for one. Then we'll grab it. Excellent. All right, so we've got 6 of those. So this is the fun part. Let's throw an aerodynamic nose cone on them. That's not big enough. There we go. Okay, okay. And then we're going to do Where are those little ullage motors? This is what I used to do. Close enough. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Our staging is completely foobarred now. So we need to find the right... Okay, that one. Where are you at? Where'd it go? Okay. That. Do a classic asparagus stage thing. It's really fun. See if it actually works anymore. It'll look really cool, though. Okay, okay. Now we need another stage. Put that in there. Oh, we got two other ones we gotta put in that one. Boom, boom, boom. You, okay. That one. That one and that one, okay. That guy and that guy. Okay, okay. It doesn't seem to know what it's doing here. Well, we got to set the staging first. And then that one. All right, so we've got our stage set. Now we need fuel tanks. Yep. No, this should look cool. So here's the fun trick. Not that. That's not the fun trick. We want not symmetry. Come on. Darn it all. That's not going to work either. Wrong way. Whoa. There we go. Now, why won't it let me do this trick? There's got to be a way to... There it is. Okay. So then we do that feeding into that. And that feeding into that. And that feeding into that. So This is a classic asparagus stage thing. Or actually, we don't need that one. We just need that feeding into that. And that feeding into that. Okay. Classic asparagus staging. Should look really neato. Or it'll be crazy. One or the other. Let's put some Kerbals in there and get this thing going. All right. Well, let's see what this does. Where's my final touch? There we go. Put those down there. There we go. Should be more than enough to get to space. Turn that off. And that off. We don't need that. Okay. This used to be how we always did this, and it's not the most efficient way to do it anymore, but it will look really cool. So let's rock. Away we go. Should have put wings on them. Oh well. That looks really good though, the cluster engines. Like really good. Cool. See, I don't know if I trust this. It said it had enough delta V, but I'm not sure that I believe it. All right, let's get that on the prograde vector here. So far, so good. We need to get up higher. Come on. Oh boy. There we go. A little bit better. That's funny. Do that again. There we go. Come on, thing. Get going. I don't know that this is actually going to make it. It's got a lot of fuel left, though. And a whole nother stage to go, so we're probably okay. Problem is we're kind of pitched over way too much, too low in the atmosphere, but we'll work on it. It's a little crazy. Just a little crazy. This might end up exploding on us. We'll see. Not the best launch. Not the best rocket. But that's okay. How's our current thrust away? Pretty good. There we go. We're fine now. We are actually generating lift right now. That rocket was generating lift. All right. I always like doing that though. It just looks stylish. All right, Nate. Now we just coast. Actually, a fairly long coast phase. We did really good, despite how silly that was. I'm typically just a smidge too aggressive with my my pitching over at the beginning. Come on, thing. You have to coast forever. Jeez. It's a really good orbital insertion, actually. Yeah. No, I always like that style. It just looks stylish. Very, very stylish. Just get through this atmosphere here. I want to see if that thing I made can land. That's a good question. I really don't know. I don't see it as a link here, but it might be showing up there. About to our insertion berm. $20 seconds away. All right, I'm gonna line up on the thing. Get ready to do the burn. Should be very short. Looks like only 14 seconds. There we go. Stabilize and deploy this bad boy. Nice. Very cool. Change my inclination slightly so I stay away from that thing. Awesome. Good little spaceship. Let's deorbit it. Yeah, it's an oddball. I'm going for like a Soyuz-y kind of thing. But with my own stuff. Let's fast forward to this little burn here and go ahead and do that. $50. Okay. We'll make it 8 seconds. Nice little short burn. Okay. Okay. That is a successfully deorbited vehicle. I'll tell it to warp to periaps, and then we'll just re-enter the atmosphere. Oop. And we should just be able to decouple. I'm gonna wait till we're just a smidge lower. God, that looks good. Looks really, really, really good. I'm gonna wait till we hit about here. I should land it in the desert thing sometime. I don't know if these can survive water landings anyway. We'll find out. I think they do. It's quite the desert underneath us. Like, goodness gracious. It goes on freaking ever. Come on, thing. All right. We ought to be good to go. Separation shortly. I just kind of want to wait until we see like some heating effect occurring, but this thing seems to not really do that. I don't know. It's interesting. Okay. Things are heating up. It's time to get rid of this. And now we tumbled wildly. It's fine. They're fine. It's good times. Might come down on land. I'm not sure. Hopefully we don't land on that damn mountain and start rolling. Where'd the other stage go? We already lost it, didn't we? Wow. Receded that quickly. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it was a good thing to ditch that. Where exactly are we over anyway? I think we're probably going to end up in the water. Like here. We very well might, though. That appears to be the debris. It's now like skipping. I think it's skipping off the atmosphere. Interesting. Or we're just getting lower than it by quite a bit. I'm not sure which. Huh. Yeah, we're going to end up in the ocean right about here somewhere, I think. Let's see what they're seeing. Here we go. Not a whole heck of a lot to see in here. There we go. That's the view. I think that was another piece of that thing exploding. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we're going to land somewhere here, I'd say. Okay, we're already almost done with our heating. The question is going to really be is if this parachute can actually slow us down. I'm not really sure. I'm thinking we won't get too many explosions, but we'll see. We'll parachute early and parachute often. Get to about 10 kilometers. Throw out the chute. We may really regret that, though. And the Kerbals end up taking 1,000,000 years to get anywhere. Seems to be settling in to a terminal velocity. Oh, that was goofy. It like loaded the clouds just now. All right, let's throw out the chute. Oh yeah, no, I chose poorly. It's gonna like open here momentarily and then we're gonna drift down for 1,000,000 years. This thing may or may not be able to slow this down enough. I think it deploys fully open at a certain altitude, perhaps? I don't know. We'll see. We're getting there. We're just in the middle of nowhere in the ocean, aren't we? Yep. Yeah, there it goes. Ooh, yeah, I don't think it's going to slow us down enough. I don't know what its impact tolerance is, but it's not that. Well, this one's meant to land on land. It may do better. We'll see. I think I chose parachutes poorly, though. That's about as slow as it can go. Cross your fingers, folks. Will they make it? Will they make it? Oh my god. Nope, they sure didn't. Parachute did, though. No. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there you go. Lots of rockets. Oh my. I am probably going to stop there for the evening now because I need to eat dinner and it is getting late and I'm starting to get hungry. So I think I'm going to stop there. I think I've figured planes out at least. Maybe not space planes, but planes. So we'll mess with that again some more. I got some other fun things to do in this too. But thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've all been enjoying and have a good one.